it for the second quarter of the Coach Kevin Keathley Show. When we return, we'll take a look at the softer side of Coach Keathley as we'll introduce you guys to his children.
Is there any balls that we can play with?
No, buddy, I'm getting ready to do a TV show. You can't be talking and stuff, okay?
Okay. Can we be on it?
We'll see, okay?
Okay.
Love you.
Love you.
You look so pretty today. I thought you looked like an angel. I miss you, flowers.
Welcome into the third quarter of the Coach Kevin Keathley Show. Once again, I'm your host, Derek Forrest, alongside the coach of the East Kentucky Miners, Coach Kevin Keathley. Coach, there we just saw some footage of you hanging out with your kids after a game. One question I have for you is, how difficult is it for you to spend time with your kids and balance out being a coach in the CBA?
Well, it's really difficult, whether it's college or professionally, and well, even going back to high school, it's tough, Derek. And it really, the situation being, it takes a strong family unit. The children, they really, I guess they suffer the most. I miss my kids daily. It's a tough situation when you're away from them, and you think about them all the time. You call them as much as possible, and you see them as much as possible. And so it's always good to be able to, as much time as you can spend, quality time. As soon as you got time, you want us to be there with them. You want to make sure you're there. You want to make sure you're there at the basketball games. You want to make sure you're at their baseball games, soccer games, and that's all my kids do. That my son plays basketball. My little girl plays basketball. She's in dance class. So you want to be there as much as possible. Make sure you make an impact on their lives. And make sure that but it's tough. It's definitely a tough situation that you want to. You learn as a basketball coach. I've been doing it for 8 years, and you learn how to balance that time, though.
We just introduced them to the rest of Eastern Kentucky there, but what are their names, Coach?
Well, Jarrell is 9 years old, and he's the oldest, and he plays basketball and soccer and baseball, and he's a wonderful young man. He's got a heart of gold. He's always got a smile on his face, never complains about anything, and just a wonderful, wonderful young man. Then I have Caitlin, who is 6 years old, and she's plays basketball, baseball, soccer, also in dance class. As a matter of fact, Derek, a little known fact, a little tidbit, that she's on the same basketball team as Scott Pageant, former University of Kentucky Wildcat great that just retired from the NBA. His child plays on the same team as my little girls, Caitlin. So they won a big ball game today, as a matter of fact, 22-12, and they were excited. So that's a little side bit on that. And then Caden is the youngest at 18 months old, and he's already got a ball in his hand, and just absolutely wonderful. He looks exactly like Jarrell did when Jarrell was his age, and I couldn't be more proud of them. They are the light of my life. There's no doubt about it. And as I, as a basketball coach, and as I was younger, I thought basketball consumed my life. But when my children came along, that quickly changed, and they are the focus of my life.
And you can't be a basketball coach without having kids who play basketball.
Exactly. That's true, Derek. They're going to play basketball sooner or later, and all of them have picked it up.
All right, Coach, but that'll do it for the third quarter of the Coach Kevin Keathley Show. When we return, we'll hear from the fans of the East Kentucky Miners and our long-distance connection, as well as we'll go over some team stats for the CBA.